I ask you what you're doing, please, sir?
Oh, Inspector, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Can you identify yourself, please,
Inspector,
sir?
come over here,
Inspector
please.
Dice.
Can I ask you what you're doing, sir?
Taking a picture of these.
Right, why are you doing that?
Because I'm going to report them to professional standards and the council.
All right, okay.
Yeah, oh, absolutely disgusting. I've witnessed so many people having to walk onto the road and
Just let you know, I am recording at the moment.
Thanks for telling me, Inspector.
Okay.
I'm going to go
as a matter of courtesy, just let you know. Obviously, I don't know who you are.
Oh, yeah.
You've got a mask on. That could obviously be some reason for you hiding your identity. I don't know.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've got a camera going as well that I can see. And you're taking photos of police station, police buildings. So I would ask you to desist on doing that, okay? Really? If you want to take photographs of police vehicles, that's fine. That's up to yourself.
What offence is it, please, if you don't mind me asking?
If you want to look it up, I don't know the full legislation, so I won't want to mislead you, but there is an offence of taking photographs within or of a public building. Like you can't do it of a court or within a court building. It's the same guys.
Welcome back to the channel, where we break down real-life courtroom and street-level legal dramas like never before. Today's case is a jaw-dropping confrontation between an inspector and a citizen auditor outside a UK police station. What begins as a calm exchange about photographing parked police vehicles spirals into threats of arrest, accusations of racism, and a controversial detention, all caught on camera. We're going to unpack the tension, the law, and the mistakes step by step. You'll see an inspector claim powers he can't cite, an auditor stand his ground on public filming rights, and an eventual arrest that raises serious questions about misuse of authority. Stay tuned, because the twists in this video are more dramatic than some courtroom trials.
Happy for you to do that. What I will say to you is that if you want to forward details to professional standards, you can go direct them. It's up to yourself. Okay?
To be honest, Inspector, and I mean this with the utmost respect, I'm flabbergasted that you seem to think it's an offence, or there is an offence, to film public buildings, but you can't tell me what it is. I'm flabbergasted.
Why?
Well, the man of your experience, you look like you've been at job for a long time. You're an inspector.
You're obviously going to try and get a bite out, mate, and you've got to
get a bite out. Yeah.
What I'll say to you is there is a lot of legislation out there, okay?
Which I know.
You tell me what that legislation is.
Well, I don't need to tell you. You're an inspector, mate.
I've told you there's legislation that prevents people from taking photographs of public buildings.
Right.
Okay? I cannot quote the actual script here of the legislation, but I can tell you it's in place.
And by the end, you'll want to weigh in yourself. Did the inspector overstep, or did the auditor push too far? Let's break it all down. Right here, the inspector asserts that filming police buildings is an offense, but when pressed, he can't name the law. This is a classic tension point between public photography rights and perceived security threats. In the UK, unless you're inside a court building or under a specific anti-terrorism restriction with reasonable suspicion, filming public property from a public space is lawful. By failing to provide a clear statute, the inspector undermines his own authority. This isn't just a slip. It shows how easily rights can be chilled when officials rely on vague or non-existent rules. Notice how the auditor's tone shifts here. He's genuinely surprised an inspector doesn't know the legislation he's citing.
Talking about it.
Right, okay. What I say to you now is you are now getting to a level where you are now becoming a little bit obstructive and offensive.
Well,
okay, and I would ask you to leave the area. I've come up to you to ask you why you're taking photographs of a public building and police vehicles, okay? I've explained myself to you. I've told you I am. Can I ask who you are?
He's laughing at you.
Can I ask who you are?
Who are you? Identify yourself.
Can I ask who you are, please, first?
You don't have to indict.
Can I ask who you are, please?
So you've got an inspector here, and you're telling me you do not have to identify yourself?
Right. At the moment, I'm getting concerned more about your behaviour.
WK 9N, so Whiskey Kilo 9 November. He's the dog handler at Huddersfield Police Station.
Can I see your details, please?
This isn't just a test of the inspector's knowledge. It's a live stress test of accountability. When an officer of senior rank can't back up a legal claim, it erodes trust not just in that officer, but in the uniform itself. This moment could have been diffused with transparency. Either quote the law or admit there's no prohibition. Instead, the inspector doubles down. creating the impression of authority without a foundation. This section is revealing. The auditor has to physically read the officer's details off his uniform because the officer refuses to identify himself.
Can I see your details, please?
No, you can't.
Right, okay. What I'm saying to you now is that you are also causing a bit of a problem here now, aren't you? We've asked you to leave, okay?
I'm on a public footpath.
I know you are. And you're obviously one of these people that wants to come round and try and wind police officers up.
I'm just doing something other people don't have the balls to do, which is take pictures of police cars parked in just an absurd place. I mean, come on, who the hell is parked there?
Right.
Double yellow lines and double blips. Do you know what that means?
Right. If you want to take that further, regarding for special standards, please do so. What I've asked you to do now is actually move on yourself.
You've got professional standards as well.
Fine.
And so is this guy here.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
At least you told me you recorded. And it's nice to see you don't have a gang badge on. You've got a gang badge on, so don't even look at me. I don't want to speak to you. Get rid of that, get yourself on eBay and get yourself one of these. $2.99 and wear it with pride. The Union Jack flag. Yeah, take that crap off, get Union Jack.
I am starting to believe that you are now committing a racist incident. If you carry on being offence into,
I'm a British citizen.
I perceive this to be a racist matter now, okay? I would ask you to leave the area. I would ask you to leave the area, okay? Because you just offended me and my colleagues by saying that badges that we wear are offensive. I find that offensive and I believe that to be a racist behaviour. Please leave the area now.
In England.
Under the College of Policing's Code of Ethics, that's not optional. Name and badge number should be given promptly when requested. Transparency builds confidence. Refusal erodes it. For an inspector to model non-compliance sends the wrong message to junior officers and the public alike. In effect, the citizen becomes the accountability mechanism here, not the institution.
That offensive, and I find that
I'll tell you what I find offensive.
I want you to leave the area now, please.
20 years ago,
I want you to leave the area.
Officers were told they wasn't allowed to wear the Union Jack.
I want you to leave the area now, please.
Because it wasn't part of the uniform.
I want you to leave the area.
Why are you wearing gang badges? What makes it part of the uniform?
I want you to leave the area now.
No.
Okay.
I'm on a public highway. I am on a public footpath being obstructed by 2 police vehicles. They're obstructing the path. I've got proof and evidence and somebody else recorded.
Can I take your details, please? Because I believe you may be committing offences now.
Committing an offence? Committing an offence?
Yeah, obstructing the highway.
No, these are obstructing the highway.
Offences in relation to...
Your police van's obstructing the highway.
Yeah, that is allowed to do because I'm dealing with an incident that's protecting me.
There's no incident to deal with. You came to me, and that's what we're doing.
I came to you because I was concerned about your behaviour, okay? And I am still concerned with behaviour. Bye-bye.
Don't wish to speak to you anymore.
Good.
Absolute muppet.
I find that offensive as well. That is your first warning regarding public order. If you call me a muppet again, I will arrest you, okay? Public order. Harassment allowed dismissed, okay?
Are you being serious?
No, I am very serious.
You are going to be very, very famous by the end of today, my friend. Very famous.
If you call me a muppet again, I will arrest you for...
Let me get out of the way, because now I'm obstructing the road. I'm going to prove to you now...
Calling me...
Now, we see a dramatic escalation. The auditor criticizes the thin blue line badge and suggests wearing a Union Jack instead. That's his opinion, speech that's protected. Yet the inspector instantly frames it as a racist incident. UK hate crime guidance does allow perception-based reports, but there still must be a link to a protected characteristic like race or ethnicity. Critiquing a police symbol doesn't meet that threshold. Using a serious allegation to shut down lawful speech risks weaponizing hate crime laws and undermines their real purpose. This is a critical moment. The inspector threatens to arrest the auditor for calling him a muppet under Section 5 of the Public Order Act. But Section 5 requires that words or behavior cause harassment, alarm, or distress to a reasonable person.
You let go of me out, please.
No, you're under arrest.
You're going to be in a lot of
You're under caution. You don't have to say anything, but in my defence, if you don't have to mention one question, somebody will let you down in court.
I'm not struggling.
Come through it.
I'm not struggling. Why are you pushing my arm further up my back?
I told you you're under arrest.
Yeah, I'm under arrest, but I'm not. I'm cooperating. So why the hell are you doing that to me back?
Bank keys are in my back pocket if somebody could move it.
You're in a lot of trouble. Don't delete get your body cam footage, Inspector, because I'll be making a subject access request. I'll be making a subject access.
A single mild insult in a tense exchange rarely qualifies. Officers are trained to withstand verbal criticism. It's part of the job. Instead of showing restraint, the inspector escalates to the heaviest tool at his disposal. That reaction raises serious questions about professionalism and proportionality. The arrest we see here is the turning point. The auditor is cooperative, yet the inspector pushes him and places him under arrest with no clear trigger or explanation. This isn't about keeping order anymore. It's about silencing a critic. Escorting someone without firm legal grounds is not policing. It's misuse of authority. The auditor even warns the inspector not to delete body cam footage, signaling he already understands the legal aftermath this could spark.
You can do whatever you want.
Am I allowed to record in here?
Yeah.
Right, I'll turn it off.
I'm still recording that.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll be making a subject access request. So please do not delete your footage. And before you ask, I haven't got anything on me what I shouldn't have. Everything you've just done is on my mate's camera. You are in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. They're arresting me for taking pictures.
No.
Right, I don't need to speak to them until I speak to the solicitor.
Okay. Excuse me, no phone calls in here.
Can I let someone know I'm here?
No.
No, not on this, here.
No, we will do it once you get your rights.
Yeah, that's
Put
fine.
your phone down.
Yeah, I'm not going to use it.
Right, I'll take possession of them now.
Put it away. I need to put this on. It protects it.
Take your stuff off
You're
there.
going to break it. You're going to break your stuff.
Nobody's breaking anything.
Right.
Okay, I've told you.
All I wanted to do is put them back on.
No,
No.
I've told you. Right, you're in custody, you're under arrest, you've been cautioned.
Right, I'll turn the camera off. Have you ever seen the Muppets, the Christmas special? Are you saying I can't say that word Muppet? Right. Afternoon, James.
So we haven't got his details yet. I haven't got a pen, but I'll quickly go through the circumstances. Just come over here, Kev.
I'm not going to give my details, mate. I'm not being awkward at all.
No, yeah, right. Go on.
Okay.
This stuff is.
This is where public trust either survives or collapses. And that's where this extraordinary incident leaves us. A public citizen documenting police vehicles ends up arrested under a shaky legal pretext. The inspector cites laws he can't name, refuses to identify himself, escalates a badge critique into a racism allegation, and then arrests over a playground-level insult. This isn't just a clash of personalities.
Tell me why you're here.
Yeah, of course.
This man had been arrested for Section 5 public order harassment and distress. Basically, I was leaving the building at 25 past the hour when I saw this gentleman crouching down at the side of two police cars which are parked in front of the building on the pavement. I stopped my vehicle to approach him to try and find out what was going on, as we were concerned that it might have been some sort of terrorist type threat. And speaking to him, I've realised he's some sort of video YouTuber and he's filming the building and the cars. I advised him regarding filming of public building. It was said he was filming the obstruction of the vehicles on the path. He's then started becoming abusive to one of my colleagues because of a badge that he was wearing. I've asked him to stop. I advised him that I felt it caused myself harassment, alarm and distress. At that point, he's then started obstructing the middle of the highway, and I told him to leave the area, at which point he started calling me a muppet, which I found harassment, alarm and distress. So I've arrested him at that point for that offence, for the prompt and effective investigation of it, to prevent his disappearance and to establish his identity, which I couldn't at that time. Once we establish his ID, etc., we can turn him round. I'm more than happy with that.
Do you understand the allegation?
Yeah, I'm not going to start being awkward. I understand it. Yeah,
Right.
I don't agree with it.
Crime.
I understand it.
Obviously, you can't go around doing that, and obviously the consequences of what happened and things like that.
Yeah, of course.
I don't see you being here around hours, but we obviously need to process you and figure out exactly who you are and all that kind of thing. I can't let you go without knowing who you are, unfortunately.
We'll have to think.
It's a live case study in how authority can drift when unchecked. What do you think? Did the inspector cross the line, or did the auditor provoke this outcome? Should UK law do more to protect public photography rights? Drop your thoughts below. We read every comment. If you found this breakdown as eye-opening as we did, hit that like button, share this video with a friend, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping real-world legal breakdowns. We've got more cases like this coming soon.